Okay, in another retic room. These are cages that we built ourselves. And these cages also have a divider. It would slide right here. This cage has this divider. And the most important thing, big snakes, being aware. I mean, literally, we are trapping a big predator in a box with windows. And you have to always keep that in mind. So this guy's sitting here, waiting for food. So essentially these guys are, big ambush hunters as well as active hunters. But a retic that's just sitting in his cage just waiting for movement and stuff like that, it's hungry. So presentation. I've already dropped the drawers on this, the doors on this cage, and I don't really have much of a reaction. She was looking at me, see the head staying, whatever, she's fine. She already knows I'm not food. And so she's already basically assessed the situation, and this is an animal I can mess with. So presentation of yourself to animals. Here's a big albino golden child. She's just not interested in eating either. You can see she's just kind of just shrugging me off. Really just more so just wants to be left alone. She's developing follicles. Okay. Another snake. There's a nice big tiger. This tiger's shedding. What's this? No reaction whatsoever. That's just snakes. This is when snakes think, There's no feeding. This is not where, they're inclined to do anything to you as far as, random bites or whatever. Then you got to take a look at snakes that, okay, here's a snake we're presenting ourselves with. This is an ivory. Okay, so let's take a look how the snake reacts. The snake is a fat slob right now. Not getting much of a reaction. There we go. So we get that little jittery move forward. Right off the bat, this animal is in food mode. She is assessing the situation. Nice, sweetie. Okay, so now she's thinking. So right here. Nice, sweetie. Okay. So now, this is actually a little bit of a snotty snake. She, the platinum gene, sometimes, even if this is a homozygous super form of the platinum gene, they can be a little high strung. So, you're watching her, she's very flinchy. Sometimes when a snake sticks its tongue out a little bit, or halfway sticks it out, and just sits there, it's kind of giving you a little bit of a warning. So she's just not the friendliest of all snakes. Let's look at somebody else. Okay, here we go. There's a snake that is like food. Okay, this is it's a platinum sunfire. All right, first thing is, don't open the door where the head is. You want to give the snake a chance to think. There it comes. My weapon just fell apart. Okay. So what do you do? Now this is where you don't go and go, oh, here's my hand. Nice, sweetie. All right, so she's kind of figuring out what's the difference. So then here, just pushing away, usually, and we got another little male right here. Hi, buddy. This is literally a $1 trash picker-upper. So at this point, I got two snakes on, see, I'm sitting here. Pretty much safe going now. Some snakes have stronger feeding responses certain times of the year. they do different things. So you do have to know the individual and how hungry and how easy that snake is to turn off. This snake right here, she's just thinking. She easily has food on her mind, but certainly not food right now. So just doing this. See this snake not doubling around. Hi, sweetie. But she is curious. One thing that works too, when you put your hand underneath a snake's face, she doesn't really have, she's not like lined up. Even if this was a super aggressive, I got a snake above me that wants to eat. that was a snake banging the glass because she's excited. Right now we've been doing a lot of feeding. So this snake right here is thinking. She's just checking things out. Now we have a snake that's curious, that really probably wouldn't mind crawling around and investigating things. Remember a lot of things too. We're providing a big heat signature. There's all sorts of different smells in the air. I have cats, so you know, if I'm sitting there playing with a cat, you know, and I have the smell and taste of a cat, the snake is picking it up. I'm not aware of it, but the snake certainly is. So now we're relying on the snake's intelligence. So if you do have a dog or a cat and you're going to play with your big python, you want to just consider basic, you know, rules. And these rules are turning the feeding response off. My whole turning the feeding response off is literally playing with the snake. This snake is certainly hungry. This little guy right here too. Underneath. What are you doing? Curious animals. Come on, guys. All right. Push you back in there. Alright, so what shouldn't you do? Look at this snake right here. You're watching the eyes of this snake. The snake has very suspicious behavior. The way it's acting. And see how it's doing this little inching? It's inching itself into position because it thinks it's going to be fed. You can see right in the glass, right there, there's a little bit of saliva. That's because she got super excited and she took a shot at the glass because she thinks it's food time. See if I just trigger it with a little bit more movement, the snake would probably blast the glass, but we don't want to make it do that. But you know, this is a learning video, I suppose, or nonsense video. I'll show you another snake that just is obsessed with eating right now. Watch. See that right there? That forward movement? That is telling you, don't be a dummy and open my glass until you rethink what you're gonna do, because being a Burmese python, a boa constrictor, when you get that little inching towards you or very, very reactive coming over to you, the snake is just, she wants to eat. We're in breeding season, so right now she's doing her very best to get as much food into her as possible because she's developing follicles and she wants to you know, reproduce this year. So nature says you need to eat as much as possible if you're going to be able to successfully breed. So normally the snake, you know, during other times of year is quite good. She's extra excitable at the moment. And retics are funny. You know, a lot of times snakes, even though you think, oh, the snake should be full, they're opportunists. They want to eat a lot. So this little guy right now, look at him. He's got lots of food in him. Find my weapon. Hey buddy. So if I just mindlessly went up to him without first telling him what's going on, now I'm doing everything that's not about food. Now, reading your snake is critical, so I guess that's my point of this video. So he's tracking my hand, he's trying to figure out, this is a pretty young animal too, so he, you know, all snakes can make mistakes, you know, just like people, snakes make mistakes too. You know, it could be a boa constrictor, it could be a yellow rat snake, whatever. They sometimes get excited and get confused. All right, I think I'm done. Love your highly intelligent retics.